But Justice Prakash, do you think that this kind of a picture which became viral, which was published all over, people started commenting, this was something which Prime Minister Modi could have easily avoided? This was something which CJI Chandrachud could have avoided had they
Yes,
wanted it?
most certainly. As I said, there were two top functionaries of the country, and if they told a photographer not to click photographs and not to publish them, I don't think anybody would dare not to listen to them. So there could be a directive. I don't know why such a directive was not given. It should have been given, I would think.
Do you look at this as some kind of a deliberate exercise to malign the judiciary? Because many people say that through this picture now, the damage has been done to the judiciary.
I don't think, our Chief Justice of India is a person who can be taken on a ride, by a politician. I don't think, he is such a light person. After all, he's been holding the post since a long time, and he's been a very responsible judge. I don't think, that would be, but beyond his realm of, control. But it has happened.
But if we simply say that it has happened and then we don't question the how it has happened, when did it happen, who gave the directions, to publish all these pictures, to bring them in the public domain, one has to question all these things, that it's not an easy thing as it appears to be. If Prime Minister Modi, now beyond this, there are questions that did Prime Minister gate crash into CJI's residence? That is question number one. Second,
I don't think so. Knowing the protocol of a prime minister and the protocol of of the Chief Justice of India, I don't think it's possible for anyone to gate crash. There'll always be a protocol. There's so many things, which have to be lined up before both the functionaries move or entertain. So I don't think it's a gate crashing.
We assume that Prime Minister was not gate crashed. He didn't gate crash. So are we to assume that he was invited by CJI Chandrachud, and that's when he went?
That's very difficult to say, whether he was invited or not, or whether he asked for an invitation. It's quite possible that the Prime Minister may have asked for an invitation, would have said, knowing that he's a Maharashtrian, that, for him, this Ganpati festival is of great importance, of prime importance, etc. So, I mean, both ways, it could have been done. The Prime Minister also could have asked for an invitation, or to have asked, to celebrate Ganpati Pooja together. Can't say that it's only the Chief Justice who would have invited.
Right. So either ways, but the picture which has gone out viral, many people are saying that this picture is the most dangerous and lethal picture to any democracy. Do you agree with this kind of a statement, which is being shared by a lot of people on the social media? As a judge, what do you feel?
I think it is unfortunate, but it's the worst picture or anything. I don't think, we have much worse things to see in future. You can be sure of that, We've been seeing things in the past, and this is just like a natural prognosis, it's a very natural thing to happen. So I won't think, that is something, the most devastating thing or something it is. But as I look at it, there are different individuals. The Chief Justice of India is not going to remain the Chief Justice forever. The Prime Minister is not going to remain forever. So whoever the next Prime Minister is, whoever the next Chief Justice of India is, a lot depends on their perception, on their sense of propriety, as to how they look at their public behavior. That's very important.
But, a lot of people are saying and asking that, why Prime Minister didn't attend the Ganesh Chaturthi functions in the previous years. This year, when Justice Chandrachud is about to retire in 2 months' time, elections are due in Maharashtra. Everybody knows that Mr. Chandrachud is from Maharashtra. Then you see a Prime Minister, with the perfect optics of wearing a Marathi topi. And then in that attire, he attends a Ganesh Chaturthi function. So the people who are raising questions on this bit, that Maharashtra elections are around the corner, is BJP or Prime Minister Modi trying to send out a political message? Are these suspicions or are these feelings which are shared on the social media, are they misplaced?
You look at it like this, Neelu. Suppose if we'd not seen the picture, suppose if there was no picture, the Prime Minister was still visiting Chandrachud, the Chief Justice of India, and he was still doing a private puja with him. It's only when the picture has become viral that, it has become a subject of interpretation in different ways. Okay. So that is why I said, a judge has to be very, very cautious about what he does publicly and what he does in private. There are certain things which have to be kept private, and there are certain things which are public. That's fine. So, I mean, I would think that it should have been kept private. Otherwise, you give the impression to people that the judiciary is being taken advantage of, even though there may not be any such thing. It's not like this that henceforth the Chief Justice of India is going to decide cases in favor of, the present government at all. It's not like this. But the point is, why give, anybody a chance to even remotely take advantage of the judiciary? That's how one has to be very cautious, I would think.
So do
Again,
you
the
think
whole thing comes down to your self-restraint. It's just your self-restraint, because the Bangalore principles also says that all these principles are to be accepted willingly. They're not part of the oath, but they're supposed to be accepted willingly, which means that you're supposed to take it up upon yourself to be, the self-restraint is to be taken up by yourself. Nobody is going to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. You don't do that. That is why I said, maybe a different Chief Justice of India would not, have done it. But this Chief Justice of India has done it. So, different people have different perceptions. How you look at it is the main thing.
No, but when you say that different people have different perceptions, everybody knows about Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, that he's very active on the social media. He's social media savvy. He has a sense of what the people are writing on the social media. He comments like on and off, on certain issues. So is that the reason that he was a little unmindful, because he himself was very active and he thought that what's the big deal, and if he just put out the photograph? Was that the feeling, which is now
I
looking
would
like?
think I would think that since he may have known, the implications of such a picture being published, he should have been more mindful of it. More
Okay.
mindful. I mean, like, you're holding a very responsible post. I mean, like, you're the head of the judiciary. You're supposed to lay down, your code of conduct or your code of behavior is to be emulated by the rest of the judiciary. Now, if you look at it like this, suppose if the Chief Justice, of a particular state was seen doing such a thing, with the local chief minister, nobody would have forgiven him. People would have talked, endlessly, and people would have really criticized him if he had done such a thing. So, what is the example that we're laying down? We have to be very conscious of it. There are certain traditions that you build, and it's over the years with great wisdom that you will build, traditions. And this tradition of restraint is very, very important.
No, but what I don't understand, a person like Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who's known for his sagacity, he's known for his wisdom, he's known for his knowledge, he knows the repercussions this picture could have had. Why couldn't he exercise that restraint? Now, was this a deliberate exercise on the part of Prime Minister? Was this a deliberate exercise on the part of the CJI office? Now, this I'm unable to understand, because this is a very basic thing. And I'm sure Justice Chandrachud was mindful of these things. And even despite knowing all this, and if it has happened, then what would you say?
No, but if you think, that he was mindful of such things and yet he allowed it, it means that he did it purposely. The point is not that. The point is, that when you give pictures like this, it is left to everyone's speculation that, you're sitting in somebody's lap. This is the speculation that people have now. Like, as you were saying, the Maharashtra polls, they are coming, and Ganpati, etc. That's a very more of a regional thing. In Maharashtra, it's very important. So therefore, it may have some bearing on the elections which are impending. So these are just speculations. Whether or not it will have any effect, that's another thing. But the point is, why give rise to such a speculation? And I would think that, yes, sure, everyone should exercise restraint when it's a question of self-restraint. If there were other things, done, and you escape the route, it's okay. I mean, like, in the sense that, okay, I mean, like, you've done something which is illegal or which is, not really correct. But here, when the self-restraint has to come from you, then you show that, there is an understanding which is lacking.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.